Welcome to the Divine Intervention Podcast. This is, I guess, the fourth episode in this whole financial education series I'm doing. Just to educate people, I guess. All right. I think the next thing I'm gonna speak on is probably outside investments besides dumping into your retirement fund. The thing is, you need to have something beyond your retirement fund, and it could be some of several things. It doesn't matter what it is as long as you get it done and stick to it. My personal thing is kind of passive, doing something passive. I've preached to people to invest in like real estate REITs. It's called real estate REITs it's a real estate trust. You can invest into those through either the stock market per se, or you can invest in a app or something. I know Jeff Bezos has one that he's sponsoring and is advertising where people can get a piece of a city for $100. I personally use this app called Fundrise. It's actually pretty good. I got good returns from it. I got I think it's like a little like 7% returns on mine, and which 7% is pretty good. So, and then on top of that, you can also get into residual income, such as the side hustle, or either get into real estate. But I'd be cautious about buying real estate at the moment because that's a whole nother topic. But I say most of the houses are not really making the money they should per se, and people who have rentals that are not institutionalized are kind of in better shape because most of the people who are just mom and pop investors, they don't really suffer as much as the big institutional investors, because the big institutional investors are buying houses and selling houses all the time, whereas the regular investor would just keep a property for long term and just use debt to get rich. And what I mean by using debt to get rich, I actually put on my Instagram, one of the Instagram stories earlier on my personal Instagram, is pretty much as a property appreciates, you can pull the money out and refinance. I ain't gonna say a horror story, but the bad side about that is, hey, you gotta start your loan all over again. But most people get rich off of debt doing that because their tenants pay the bill for the mortgage. So it'll be forever under mortgage, but most people wouldn't care anyways because it's being paid for. So my thing is with that is, you going into real estate, just make sure you're able to have yourself a good cushion just in case another COVID happens, and you will make sure your tenants are able to pay rent, and you have good tenants, so you don't have to worry about the horror stories that some of these landlords had to worry about during COVID. Yeah, not being able to pay rent sucks, and not being able to receive the income is even worse. So yeah, it's not good. And not being able to evict them, sheesh. Yeah, talk about living rent free. But anyways, investing in there's also, you can invest in some small stuff. I got Acorns too. They just take a little money out the account every month, and it just goes into kind of like a 401k thing. Invest in various stocks and stuff, and then some long-term things. You can do stuff like that, and it'll appreciate over time, just like anything else. You just need to invest money in some things to kind of keep your net worth growing up, and also to put money aside for the future, because you need to make sure your future is secure. A lot of people don't do that. They spend money on stuff that they don't really need, but they just want. Like, for example, you'll have people, all right, I can name a scenario, because everybody dreams of making six figures or whatever. It's cool to make six figures, don't get me wrong, and I make it myself, so I'm going to talk about myself. So it's what you need to do is just put your money aside and kind of live below your means. Don't let lifestyle creep get you. If lifestyle creep gets you and you start getting all this extravagant stuff, then you're not going to be able to save money for your future. So say you making was it 6 figures, making 100,000 a year. Live like you're making like 60 or 70 or something like that. And because you want to invest at least about 20 to 30% of that money. Put it into something to where your money will grow. It doesn't matter what it is, just put it into something that'll make your money grow. And it could be anything as long as it's productive, but you need to put that aside. And then also you need to put money aside just for your needs. Like, hey, the bill money is all that needs to be put aside. That's self-explanatory, but I will say self-explanatory, but people don't even do that sometimes. But neither here or there. But then on top of that, you need to you can put aside money for just wants. And I say, but wants, you kind of want to limit that, because you have a big wants budget, then it's not good. Like you'll have people who will pay their mortgage, and then I see a lot of my colleagues do this. They make a lot of money or whatever, and they want to live the lifestyle. So hey, they go buy them like a $70,000 car or $50,000 car or something like that. Yeah, that's not feasible at all. And I'll tell you why. The money you spending on that car, like you could have bought you a okay used car and even pay for fixing the used car and still be able to invest money and still come out less on the car at the end of the day. Because what's going to happen is that car that's that expensive anyways, eventually you're going to have to maintain something. And the thing is, like, maintaining a car is not really a big deal. Like, people like, oh my God, I got to do this, I got to do that. I'm like, and what? So you're going to pay, well, right now it ain't $500 anymore, but it's like $700 to $800 a month now. You're gonna pay that just so you don't pay that a month, just so you don't do little maintenance items that might not even become that much in a year. Like that doesn't make financial sense. Like, honestly, even myself, I'm not gonna lie, I have 2 European cars, both 12-cylinder European cars, I might add. The maintenance on those and what breaks is still not as much as a brand new car, and I did not pay nowhere near that much for my cars at all. It's just how I've been raised, and I guess it's like kind of the Nigerian, the African thing, to where, hey, we get a car, we don't, we can get it from anywhere, and we will put money into fixing it the way we want it, and just driving it and maintaining it. That's kind of what we do. So it's nothing wrong with you get a new car, don't get me wrong, but I'm just like, that's just how we do it, and that's just kind of how we kind of attain wealth. Also, you don't put too much money into something that's brand new that's going to depreciate. You don't want to pay somebody's depreciation. But let me get back on the topic. You just want to budget the money. Just make sure that you're able to invest. There are different methodologies, and it depends on your salary or whatnot, but you do need to invest at least 20% of your money, like total. If you can do that, then you'll be in good shape. And you always want to try to invest more and like cut down on your wants. Like you don't need to get the fancy shoes, or you don't need to get the fancy handbag or whatnot. If you want the fancy handbag or whatever, then save up for it. No big deal. Get it. It's whatever. But don't sit there and like stress yourself just to get fancy things, because it's not gonna help you in the long run. But I would tell you some side hustles I can think of that are pretty good. I know people do a lot of this drop shipping thing. Drop shipping is pretty good from what I see. You just gotta know what to sell and whatnot. And people make websites off of Shopify. You can look it up on YouTube. I'm not an expert in that, and I really have to sit and just look at it. But a lot of people became millionaires off that, which is pretty good. It just takes a lot of time and energy. But if you work hard at something, you'll be able to get it. then just using your talent to get what you desire. Some people don't know how to monetize their talent, but if you can find a way to monetize your talent into something that's desirable and people want to pay money for it, then I say do that. Like, there's nothing wrong with doing that or whatnot. And also another thing is buying a passive business, like saving your money and buying a business. Like, there's several businesses to where you can buy, but you can still live your life and don't really have to sweat too much. It's just those things you can look up online too, but there's several types of businesses. I say one is like a laundromat. Like, everybody gonna need their clothes washed and have it like self-serve or whatever, and you good. Like, I think the only maintenance you're gonna have to have is dealing with the coins, if you want to use coins, or the maintenance of the machines, which, hey, you can call somebody and say, hey, maintain this machine, and that'll be it. So, well, no, you got to maintain the building too, but that's just part of the cost. But either way or the other, I mean, hey, it's just some ideas, but definitely like use your money towards other things, especially as you working a 9 to 5. You own your own business, then hey, you already know what you gotta do for health insurance and making extra money and stuff. Because honestly, like, having a business determines what type of lifestyle you live. A business can change your lifestyle. Working a 9 to 5 is not necessarily going to change your lifestyle pretty much, because the more money you make, depends on the type of job, the less time you'll have to yourself, because you're actually selling your time for money. In a business, you're actually able to like make money without selling your time, and that's by buying other people's time. So the goal is to buy other people's time, or utilize a mechanism to take the time away from what you would do and let something else manage it, or let it be self-managing so you can enjoy your time doing other things. But I think this one got a little long-winded and off subject, but I'm going to keep it like it is. All right, this is it for this episode, and I hope y'all enjoy. Goodbye.